said earlier, I'm called Kiggen Brian. I am the acting chairperson for this meeting today. We have the chairperson of the association who failed to make it to this place. So he requested me, the secretary, to help him represent him on his part. I'm very grateful that we managed to come here. Some of the things our moderator is supplementing them. One of the reasons why we decided to have this meeting was to help us create more awareness, so that more members see the association as being something very serious. They can join us because we really want them to join us. So that's also one of the issues, that's one of the reasons why we decided to put this meeting. We decided to put it live because we wanted everyone to attend the meeting. So most of our members are joining us live, like we had promised them earlier. We are very, very grateful. So without wasting time, let me go straight to the presentation of this day for the chairperson. I'm going to be very brief. This association is as a result of the bond which comes from Father John Kiggen. We are obese colleagues and OGs of Father John Kiggen. So as colleagues, we decided to form this association. It's the one which is uniting us here, and that's why we are here. I want to take you members briefly through the background how we ended up and until we are here today. This association, the Sacco, we now call it the Sacco at this point, started in November 2021 as a savings group. That's how we started this move. It started as an idea which a few members discussed about and agreed on it. The idea was later spread to other members who bought the idea. Meetings were later held and several matters discussed. Discussions included formulation of the constitution, amount of money to be saved, registration fees, plus other discussions which involve the running of the association, which I couldn't include all of them here. Usually when you are running the association, there are very many issues, very many matters which are supposed to be raised, policies, when to save, which amount of money to save, charges, and so on. So that formation of the savings group at that time was followed by those things, that discussion. Like any other association, usually it starts with a few members. So this one, it was about 5 members who discussed about it. Then we kept on talking with the different members. Most of those ones we talked with also joined. So the number kept on growing until now it reached the number of 39 people by today who are officially active in the Sacco. The association is still undergoing the process of registration. We are collecting different documents which are required for this registration. So the process of registration to make it formal is still ongoing. This AGM marks 2 years since we started this initiative. This is now the 2nd year since we started this association. We have a vision to promote the growth and development of OBs and OGs of Father Kiggen Memorial College financially. That is the vision we have for the Sacco. Our motto, as you can see written there, together we can. What were the reasons why we formed this association? One of them was to bring together the OBs and OGs of Father John Kiggen Memorial College, which you can witness happening now. To create a financial savings association for the OBs and OGs of Father John Kiggen Memorial College, which is underway. We are basically achieving these things now. To enable members of this association to get loans at a very low interest rate to achieve their financial interests, which is happening. to create a broader social capital among members of this association, of this circle, which is happening. You are seeing members are already associating with each other. Improve on the standards of living among members of the association. This is basically through the finances which they get from through loans from the circle. Along the way, like any other association organization, we usually have challenges along the way. Our challenges are not very many so far, but they are there like any other institution. One of them is the rate of recruitment. The number of members who are joining us is low. We receive a few members who join us. We really encourage members to join us. This initiative is very good. It is good for, there are very many benefits which come along with it, like the ones which are there in the objectives and the aims which I have talked about. All those are the benefits. So we encourage members to join. We also have a challenge of insufficient education on how the circle is run. Each time we have discussions with our members in the forum, through meetings, we usually find this challenge there because some members don't know how this thing runs, how shares work, savings, the policies, and so on. So this has also been a challenge, insufficient education, but we have been trying to do this over time for some of the members who have an idea about the running of the circle. The other challenge we have is following the policies. There are policies which are formulated by the government on the operations of the circles, and then there are those ones which are formulated internally by the association. So sometimes members find it difficult to follow some of these policies. Some of them see some of these policies as being very tough. So we are still continuing to educate members on how to abide by these policies. The other challenge is dissatisfaction of some members in a few areas of the circle policies, which we are also still handling. Solutions. We have been trying to generate solutions for these challenges. One of the solutions is that we are creating more awareness to address the problem of less recruitment, like we are trying to do today, to make it live, to make anybody be able to access it, so that they are aware that we have a circle which is running. The other one is education of members on how a circle operates. We're also trying to educate them. The other one is training of members by responsible authorities. This is now by technical people, commercial officers, responsible authorities from the Ministry of Trade, from the board, the one in charge of SACCOs, Uganda Microfinance Board. We also have SACCO projections, especially for the coming year and going forward. One of them is to continue increasing the recruitment of new members. We want to increase the number of people joining us through creating awareness like we have been. The other one is to continue educating members about the operations of the circle. This one is basically how the circle operates. We're also trying to do that. We're also trying to look at offering training to the circle executive members plus the rest of other members where possible, so that members be aware, they get knowledge on how the circle runs. The other one is that we are ensuring, going forward, that we have to ensure that the circle is fully registered after getting all this proper documentation which is required. We are almost halfway, or even more than halfway, of the registration process of the circle. The other one is to widen the base for borrowing of loans. This one we looked at it in form of, if the circle gets registered, it means that there are more avenues of getting money for the circle, other than relying on savings and interest. So that we are looking at widening the base through the registration first. The registration process after the circle is fully registered will give us an avenue to access money outside the circle. That's another projection. The last projection which we have here, among others, which we shall see along the way, is to ensure sustainable growth and development of the capital. Through formulation of good policies, education of members, creating more awareness, having good leaders, establishment of structures for the Sacco, and more other projections which members will always get from time to time through meetings. So since we are short of time, I would love to stop there. Thank you so much for listening.